back to the Tales from the Grimoire Podcast. I'm your host, Jon. We'll go around in the circle now.
I'm Patrick. I voice Wren, Myrrdin. Fun fact about Wren, he has once done a drinking competition and drank 13 beers in a row and then threw up. But it was like fast though, so it's impressive.
Nice. My name is Ryan. I'm voicing Jaque Hammond. A kind of related drinking fact. Jaque does not like to drink caffeine because he describes it as making him feel compressed. He feels like he is put in a box and the box is shrinking.
Like,
What? Wow. He suffers from severe anxiety. That's what he does.
My name's Trace. I voice everybody else. No. I voice Asher. And I'm sorry. Fun fact about Asher, he likes eating bark.
Oh
we already got that fun fact.
bro.
guys, we're repeating
facts.
Are we not that creative?
You're seriously asking that question?
My name is Ryan. I'm voicing Hammond. Fun fact about Hammond. He was supposed to have a magical item. He didn't have a magical item. Now he has a magical item. And it's very, very cool.
He's shit out of magic item.
Yeah,
It's
it's
just
called
flo-
it's
It
called
was
the Gem of
floating around in
Brightness.
his goo for a minute.
Yeah, it was just lost in there, you know.
It was just called the move forward, and it's just like
Once a day, you can move 10 extra feet on an action.
My name is Tristan, and I voice Bardin Bronzebeard. Fun fact about Bardin is he wasted his magical item on a headband of intellects for Hammond. But then he turned racist, which you guys might have seen already. So we had to take that back.
He turned right, guys.
Whoa! Scrap the episode.
I think you meant to say based.
Take away his intelligence points.
and I'm Jon, and I'm everybody else. And a fun fact is, a lot of people. There are more people in the ground today than there are living.
No shit.
I don't know if that's true. I feel like
no,
it
it
is
is
definitely
true.
But I feel like
Dude,
they would have
there's been-
decomposed by now. Like they're not in the ground.
Well, yeah,
Right.
but I mean,
Is it definitely?
technically,
The bones are their money.
So are the words.
I mean, they're technically still in
I don't
the
know. It
ground.
could be a hint. I don't know. I don't
No.
know.
Guys,
It's a
in
cool puzzle later.
I-
We really
I-
suck at these.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need John's help. We
John, solve the puzzle for us,
Jon has to create
please.
big death. in order
Where's
to-
Fun Death?
Oh, hey, spoiler viewers, Fun Death coming back, baby.
Who's been on it?
we need the tutorial pop up.
Cannot.
John every
We're
puzzle.
unable to spoil this podcast. Only Jon can. And that's amazing.
Nah,
But,
it's a guarantee.
Last episode, we looked into the mind of Hammond, and if I had 6 words to describe it, it would have been funny, horny, lonely, sad, pessimistic, and optimistic.
A
Wow.
pretty good description.
I
good.
think I agree with you on that.
An
Yeah.
average high schooler.
Whoa. And
Actually, not unreal.
wait.
Pretty good.
I mean,
It was pretty accurate. Good job, Tristan.
Wow. Wow.
But now we're back in Death's Chamber. And
That sounds like a metal band.
And you guys are talking to Hammond, who's just
that would
came
be
out
a
of.
great night.
Okay, can I roll for while they were? We've established it was 30 seconds that they were kind of mind melded.
Anybody want to lay on the ground and see in 30 seconds if he can move across?
I feel like I
want to
can
stand up.
All right. I'm dragging. Somebody get a timer.
I have a timer on my phone.
I can look at the.
I got the stopwatch.
How far are you
Put
trying
at
to
least
drag
one.
it?
Put at least one
We're
arm.
doing real science here, guys.
Okay, I'm gonna do you a favor.
You
Put
can't
at
help.
least one arm on your pants.
You
because
cannot help.
You're gonna lose
You
your
are
pants.
dead
You're
weight.
limp.
We're not helping.
You're limp.
Okay, start now.
No, he didn't hold on.
Get it. He can get it. He can get it.
Easily.
He can get it.
Easily.
Yeah,
He can get it.
I'll allow it. I'll allow
Let's
it.
go.
Tristan dragged Ryan, Ryan as in Jaque, across the room within 30 seconds.
That was pretty quick.
The play is valid.
He did it in 10 seconds.
Now if you ever
So-
get like killed and Trace isn't there,
Yeah.
like,
I got you.
Oh,
I
yeah.
got you.
Dude, Trace, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. How you doing, Trace?
If he ever
I'm no
has
longer
oh my god,
Asher.
Tristan! Oh my god!
John, if he ever has 30 feet of movement, he can carry someone with him in that 30 feet of movement.
Real.
Yeah, I'll say it now.
Proven.
Okay.
Well, 30.
So
it's 25
My name's
feet.
Tristan,
Like, it's
I voiced
25
Bardin.
feet.
It's 25. Yeah, yeah.
One is 25 and two. That's in 6 seconds. Not 30.
So you made it to the door.
Okay. The door is still propped open
Yeah.
from the bot.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be like, yo, kick it open, have him help me, and get
That's
FD's
the-
body
The
out.
door goes to the.
You had to drop him
That door.
down the
Well, that
down
door,
the
no, that
ladder.
door goes to the little like waiting room.
There's
with
a
the
Yeah,
statue.
with the waiting room.
There's
Yeah.
a statue, and then there's the ladder down, and then down the stairs. That's where the robot's holding the door open.
Oh, do we have anybody who knows?
No, the robot.
No, the robot
came.
made it.
The robot.
Yeah, the
migrated
robot had came up with us.
to the
So
other
then the
door.
robot's not holding.
This
the
robot's
other
not
door.
holding the door.
He's
then.
holding the
No,
door.
the
He's holding
robot
the
is
door that
holding the
could.
door
At the
like,
bottom.
To
the stairs.
this room.
to this room.
To
Because
this
it
room.
could only
yeah.
be open from the outside, and we needed him to open it.
Yeah.
And he
hold it
jumped
for
up
us.
using the toaster ability.
Yeah. He uses
Yeah.
toaster to get up the
Toastability.
ladder.
I see.
Okay, so I take him just into. I don't think I have time to drop him down the ladder. So yeah, I take him just into the waiting room and hide him behind the statue of death,
Okay.
Real.
and then I come back.
Eh.
30 seconds. He can get there and back.
I think I can do
He
that.
got
in
there,
30
he got
seconds.
there in 10 seconds.
You got there in 10 seconds, so
Okay,
you
run
can
back.
stack them in
Yeah,
10
yeah,
seconds.
Okay.
And right when he brings his hand back, you come back and
And you're puffing and
The
puffing.
entire-
Yeah, I'm slightly sweating. I'm like,
Yeah, because you're small. You're a small guy.
yeah, that one. Hey, we've established. Fun fact from before: Bardin is a fast dwarf. He
is.
runs a 13-minute mile, so he could do this.
and then
Been traded for this
I'm curious
day.
on the background that, but I don't want to.
the entire conversation that happened last episode. Go watch last week's episode. Happened, and that was just a doot, doot, doot.
Yeah, a little side quest.
Little side
quest.
And we're back to the present.
God, I'm so glad to not be sad anymore.
Back from whatever that was, but
I'm gonna look to Jack. What did you just do to him?
I helped him find himself.
how do you're
It does
seem like you were. He said he
remembered.
I told you I feel smarter. I remember things. I remember my past life.
That's great. That doesn't mean we're letting you out, by the way.
Yeah, this was very nice of you.
Think about all the cool things I can do.
Y'all are so boring.
Well, boring
Hey.
and not wanting like a million
Literal
Alright,
untold death.
All right. I'm gonna lay
Let
it
him
out.
out. Let him out.
You don't get a vote.
And then you can just hear like little voices from behind you guys. Just let him out.
You don't get votes either.
This is not a democracy, guys.
I'm gonna lay it down for you, as simple as I can make it. We agreed that we would come in here and free death. We're having the second thoughts way too late. For one. For two, he's not going to kill any more or less people than are actually going to die in this war.
This guy
They
knows
already
this
let
fallacy.
war
This-
out.
this-
The same amount of people
this
are
guy.
going to die one way or another.
I know what self-cast fallacy is now.
We just
So-
declared that he is now going to kill more people than
We
we
just
Whoa.
we did not. We established exclusively that the deaths would happen faster, not more. There wouldn't be more death. There would just be the same amount of death that's already gonna happen.
It's the same numbers, but is it
It's
the same
compressed
people?
now down into like what, maybe 2 days?
It's the people. So if you're eradicating a country, it's a different number of people than it's same number, different people.
Should
Yeah, 'cause
America
those
drop the nukes on Japan, guys?
Whoa,
So
whoa,
let's-
What the fuck are you talking about?
He He's just having schizo episodes of normal world history now.
I will say he did depart what? In
remembers
19
the nuke.
Well, he's from like what 1987, so no pop culture references past that point.
I remember that.
You remember Full House, Def Leppard, and that's it.
This guy thinks America should have dropped the nukes on Japan. That's what we're learning. That's what we're learning. That's all I'm saying.
What is a nuke?
No fucking clue what he's talking about.
What's that coming from the sky?
My point is,
What's God?
The scene from the Wolverine.
we have the same number on deaths on either side of the coin, but on the one side of the coin we stood on when we walked into this inescapable fortress. Now we're flipping the coin when it's way too late to flip the coin.
It's not too late to flip the coin. We
I
can
want
still.
to like bring Asher close and be like, did you not just see me fucking run that much? Why do you think I got shitty fun dead?
You guys.
It's so that we can get out of here and then probably control that death better than evil death.
But that one is not that one's not full power.
We don't need, it doesn't matter. Do you really care about ending the war fast or do you care about getting paid?
We don't know if that'll work.
Let me ask you specifically. Do you care about getting the war ended? Or do you care about getting paid by the people who hired us?
A man's gotta live by a code. If I agreed to do something for a certain amount of money, I'm gonna do that thing.
We are doing, they said, bring us death. We are bringing
That's
them
not death.
a death.
Hey guys, you guys are going on a side tangent over
Hey, we're having a sidebar. Hey, respect the sidebar.
I have a solution. How about we just set Asher on fire?
Do it.
We still have our deal.
I'm resistant to flames. You can't do shit.
Asher, if we're in a so-called democracy here, you are outvoted by the four of us.
I'm just saying the short one with the fucking beard said this isn't a goddamn democracy.
I
was saying that to the ghosts, man. I was saying that applies only to ethereal beings.
I vote for yes.
Me too. Are you not an ethereal being? Doesn't count. This is a corporeal democracy.
So, Mr. Death, if we let you out,
Yeah.
it could be bad. Like,
Is
I don't
it
even remember
a-
you agreeing
Mr.
to having the same amount of deaths, one, but two, if that only applies to this war, which after that, what are you gonna get up to?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe go to the Finger Lakes. Maybe, maybe find.
You could have chosen any other body part.
Maybe find a lake house somewhere. Go fishing.
Well, I mean, in terms of your job, I mean.
Oh well,
He's-
that has to keep on happening.
Well, I'm not saying that it doesn't.
It doesn't have to be
It's
at a
just-
rate. Eventually, war will get bored or conquest will get bored.
Can you relate to us in terms of ethos, pathos, and logos why we should release you?
Wow, he's so
remember it.
smart.
I thought you were Russian, not an 8th grader.
He's still only got 8 intelligence, man. He didn't get it all back.
He's growing.
So reasons to let me out.
Sure.
I'm a cool guy.
I don't know about that.
Well, you killed the cool one. I don't.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
So you think sneaking around, lying? I didn't lie to you guys. That was him. He said that he was death.
yeah,
Remember
no,
that?
he was cool. He was cool. He was a cool dude.
Was he?
He had a better
Yeah.
vibe, not gonna lie.
For what?
He was silly.
He was
We
a silly guy.
spent all of 3 minutes with Fun Death, and albeit he was funny, but he did trick us. He did bring us here. He did not give us any
He
motive.
brought you to Death's chamber. Isn't that weird?
He did say it was his office.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did do that.
He did claim to be death and he could leave anytime he wanted.
That wasn't
I mean, he
necessarily
could
a lie,
He
though.
could. He was an aspect of death, and he could leave whenever he wanted.
Yes.
That was true.
But the fact that he called it his office, it's not the biggest offense.
But it's not worth killing him for.
He did have that bust in the waiting room. That one did look like him. It was very
does look
straight.
like-
Yeah,
why does
do
that
you
look like him?
Yeah, why does that one look like him?
Like, go out to the room. Like, what does it look like?
Looked like him.
Go to it now.
We can check it on our way out. We can check it on our way out.
Death, can you
Yeah.
can you tell me one thing?
Nah.
No, I don't want to walk.
I don't want to go check it out with the statue.
I don't want to walk 30 feet that way.
Are you tired?
No, it's just going up and down all these stairs has been bad for my knees.
I'm gonna give Bardin a nice pat on the back. I'm gonna burn 5 hit points of my healing pool and just try to heal him a little bit to like recover a little bit of stamina. Gee, he's fine.
I cough and I'm like, wipe. Okay, yeah, I'm good.
I'm gonna need you to make either deception or persuade.
Proficiency.
I have proficiency in persuasion.
Let's go. Big number.
It's a 9, 10.
Not any
Yeah, that's gonna
cantrips.
beat it.
I don't get him.
And he just believes that. Okay,
I have bad knees. Working in the mines is not good for the old knees.
I mean, look how squatty he is. I say at my 5.
yeah. Are you?
Who the fuck are you to talk?
Guy who is 6'3" looks over at you and then just.
Well, I mean, we need to leave. You've been nice enough. It's just I worry about the after effects of us letting you out. You know?
Yeah, I mean, I am death.
Yes, that is one of my main complaints.
Think
yes.
of me more as think about me more as a guide and not really I'm doing the killing.
I will say you're probably the least of the other 3.
See, you say you're not doing the killing, but then you say you're gonna accelerate the killing.
No, I can accelerate their path to their afterlife, which opens the path for others.
So you're saying the ones who would die in the war eventually
Said nothing.
are just going to die right now?
Everybody's story is already written, except like there's only one person that can really do that.
Well, what does that mean? Are you just gonna get like if he's 5 years old and would die 10 years from now, and a 15-year-old soldier, is he just gonna die right now?
So there's a book called the Grimoire, and that is like a history of all time.
Including not now.
So
but the
all
future.
that is, and all that is yet to be.
So you're just flipping a few pages of the Grimoire to
Yes.
To speed it up.
kill them now.
Yes. As for that book, you would have to talk to the 5 witches. There's the When Witch. There's the What Witch. There's the How Witch. There's the
Gerball, the sandwich.
pocket sand.
Tail Gribble. He's one of the witches.
Oh god.
So how about the deal? We go talk to those witches,
Yeah.
and then we come back here and discuss again.
Yeah, sure. If you can bring the Grimoire to me, that would be great.
Yeah, we'll figure that out. Just let us go and
Yeah.
Where
we'll figure-
can we find them?
Yeah, we do need to know where.
So, oh fuck.
Because if we're going to follow through on this,
we don't have to follow through on this.
metagame.
Dude, your bird noises are so good.
It's a metagame pigeon. It's the pigeon for metagaming.
So, one of the witches is in Kramali. One of the witches is in Mustafaj.
Okay, that's close at least.
I'm gonna trust the guy to take the notes.
Let me find the other.
And I don't trust you anymore.
Yeah, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I've written enough information. I've destroyed enough information.
That's true.
Me, if Jaque was writing the JFK files. Redacted. His head just did that. Redacted.
one of the places is Minesini, which that's kind of like around here. Like this is like the 4 towers of Mendocini.
Okay.
So one of the witches is here.
I don't know how to fucking spell that.
Minnesota, but like.
Yeah, that's what I would think as well.
Think of medicine. Like think of that.
Oh, Medicini.
Medicini.
And then there's one in Chiraco.
Shorako?
Yep. And then there's one in Belarus.
Belarus.
It was almost double. Yeah, there's one in Moscow, Russia.
And actually, it's a he and it's Rasputin. Also, he's dead now. Fuck you. You son.
Hammond, we have to go back.
Totally.
Take us to the portal.
Take me home.
Well, alright, so if we get the Grimoire changed with the permission of these 5 witches...
So I don't know if they have the Grimoire. I know that at least the Were-Witch would probably know where it is.
That would make sense.
that would make sense. Do you know which one is where or no? We just need to keep trying.
Then you would have to talk to the Witch.
I love that restaurant!
So the witch will tell us where the were-witch is.
And then the Were-Witch will tell us where the Grimoire is.
Yeah, and where the other witches are. So if you want to know like why or what
Who cares about that shit?
or how,
I feel like the how which might be important.
Yeah, how might be important.
All we've been talking about here is why, what, and how with the deaths. And all of a sudden you guys don't give a goddamn shit.
Well, if we can amicably leave this place with death, that would be better.
Then we can figure out more information and figure out if we actually need to release him or not.
Death, how powerful are you?
I mean, this building takes like
Yeah, you can't even break out of a tower.
I mean, he did double my intelligence.
How
I'm saying.
how fast are you?
I can move. I think in 30 feet.
If I had to guess.
30 feet in about 6 seconds.
Either way,
About 5 feet per second.
what I'm hearing is, at any point throughout this entire time,
Yeah,
you could have made a break for the door.
I could have.
You have not.
We all could have about caught up with him.
He's just as fast as we are. If he
Yes.
started and we reacted, he'd beat us to the door in every instance.
Then-
But he has not even attempted to.
I could.
He's also death.
Yes, he is. And what does he get? He hasn't killed us yet. We've said, "Oh, we're not gonna release you. You kind of suck. You're a dickhead." And
Yeah,
he's
he
been,
hasn't killed us.
I'm not gonna kill you yet. Like, whoa.
So how do you still think he's a bad guy?
Because if he needed to get released from this tower, he would either wait for us to release him because he needs us to release him, or he would just kill us. And he has not killed us, so he needs us to release him.
I have a plan.
Dude.
I'm gonna use a magic item. It's called the Lermo Bickle card. I need a lawyer.
Don't. Oh, God.
We're so
He's gonna be so fucked in here.
We're abandoning Lermo here. A sixth has appeared.
That means one person can go free.
Yeah, and
Bickle.
Lermo appears anywhere. He could get out easy.
Bickle. I'm in a pickle.
And from the robes of death.
That's so hard.
Do not just keep calling Laramo.
I very well damn can. He gave me a card.
He goes, what's the issue, guys? Oh my god.
Is Death at all shocked by
Did you
this?
follow us in here?
He goes, whoa. He goes, where did the heat come from? And Laramо's just like, they called me.
That's what he does, Death. That's what he's like.
Lermo, I need you to make a case for death.
Like, for what? Like,
Convince these jokers to let him out.
and-
That's it. That's an idea, I think.
I disagree.
And
Stop the freedom.
Lermo's a pretty convincing guy.
have you guys like tried a civil agreement? Like,
We did a voting system, and he lost 4-1. Now he's
Yeah.
called you.
Yeah.
I need a lawyer.
Okay, and he goes, can I convene like with my client?
My counsel.
Laramo, go ahead.
Yeah, do what you're gonna do.
We're already here.
It's death, a goblin, and a tiefling huddled in,
And he goes,
in a corner.
hey guys, I need you to be like we need a courtroom, so we need like the 2 tables, and then like if we can have like a chair like with a judge, like that'd be great. And like Death goes, okay, snaps his fingers, and like 2 misty tables show up.
We're having the court episode now.
The law is going now.
And yeah, we have about 40 minutes of court episode probably.
We already spent half of an episode earlier arguing this one topic.
And
Ready to fight our way out of. I was ready for a combat episode to fight our way out of a encampment.
and he goes,
No.
can we
Should not have taken
can we also have like
blade stinger?
can we also have like a jury of our peers? And in this jury booth that just appears, there seems to be 1, 2, 3, 4 like jury members.
There's the
people
4
that
of
we
us.
know.
Or sorry, no. You guys are the
Defendants.
Yeah.
and then the jury members are random ghosts.
Okay.
Okay, you
Okay.
Can we go through jury notification?
Yeah, sure.
I don't think any of them are not biased.
Yeah, they were just summoned by death. I feel like they're gonna agree with
And-
death.
What are you talking about, Red? You know the law? Have
You know
been to
Goblin-
rabbit court?
You know Goblin law? Rabbit court.
Those are some biased motherfuckers.
Is it small animal law or is it specifically rabbit?
Well, it's really hard to get into the courtroom, but I've watched a couple cases. They just start multiplying in the jury box.
The jury gets larger by the second.
Have you ever been at kangaroo court?
And the judge is,
No, never.
and the
I would
judge
go there.
who is a skeleton with a beard, and he has like glasses, and he goes, what are your grievances with the jury?
I have a feeling they're probably biased towards letting death out.
Yeah, Ren, if you know the law, you have to be our lawyer.
Yeah, Red, you know rabbit law. This is all you, buddy.
The closest we have.
Now, who would say that? Like, who here finds it that they wouldn't want to let death out? And two jurors actually raise their hands, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't want death to leave."
How do we know that this is not being controlled?
This is a biased jury.
They're literally made of death energy. I feel like he could control them.
That doesn't make any goddamn sense. They just died. They
Made
can't help
the
that.
table.
Yeah, he made everything here.
He didn't make the ghosts. He just summoned them.
What do you?
Grab,
guess, yeah.
grab.
Okay, do you want unbiased ghosts?
I want no ghosts.
Order in the court order.
Yeah.
Because we can't really bring in new. I'll bring ghosts that maybe.
Can we get some like adventuring ghosts, like ghosts that died in the tower, maybe?
Oh, actually, that might be.
Yeah,
that is fun.
yeah. Not
what-
any
what-
like staff for death.
Any other ghosts that like? Do you just want to boss death around, or?
I thought we were in a place of law where we have discussions, but fuck me.
Oh, sure. We'll bring an adventure party, and he brings in an adventuring party, and you recognize these 5 members of a adventuring party, and they're the adventuring party you left to die in a dragon's horde. And
I like this journey.
and then there are a couple more, and there's one. He looks like a very. He's kind of like wet all over his face. He looks like he's deprived of oxygen, and he goes, "This guy should be good."
Jaque.
And then there's Auric.
Oh my god.
I'm starting to like the jury less, guys.
and then there's Nikolai.
Nicholas here?
There's just an astronaut.
I was here. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on?
And then there's Orthid, the dead body you guys found.
Okay.
The old man, yeah.
And then there's just one guy who's cloaked.
How many is that? 12?
That's 12.
Okay. So dead guy, Orthid,
Auric,
Nikolai.
Five old Trace party members.
Okay, and then what's the other 2? Oh, wait, I said there are 4?
Sorry, there's 5 and 5. they're having a jury of 10.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Jury 10. Okay.
Okay. And the judge goes, "Okay, are we fine here? It's the best we can do under short circumstances."
I mean,
Do I recognize
yes.
Yeah, you recognize them.
Sure. I mean, I don't see anything. If they're adventurers and
So
stuff, then
the
whatever.
second I notice them, I'm gonna put my cloak of Elvenkind up
Okay.
so that they cannot properly perceive me.
He used to do this all the time.
I feel like they know you.
Well, if they can't
Oh my
perceive
god.
The cloak doesn't make you invisible.
Yeah,
me, it
no,
does. It makes me
walked-
near invisible.
And they walked in from like behind, so he would put the.
And
cloak
also,
up
they
wouldn't
get
see him.
they have to roll disadvantage on perception checks. So as long as they never beat my
What?
what would it be? Would it be
Stealth.
like passive stealth, or would I just keep rolling
Do
stealth?
you get advantage
Would I keep
and they
rolling
get
stealth?
disadvantage?
Would I
If we're in a courtroom arguing, you're gonna be the focus of the attention at some point.
Well, there's still a disadvantage, so I just roll advantage on my sneaks. Well, I just roll advantage for sneak every time that I'm doing something, and they roll disadvantage for
Perception
perception.
checks made to see you have disadvantage, and you have and you have advantage on Dex stealth checks. That's crazy.
I was allowed an uncommon item.
That's crazy.
It's kind of dumb, but as an item, that is kind of dumb.
And,
But
Well, it's not
that's
full.
up to
It's not
John.
full invisible.
That's up to John if they recognize
and
it.
so they go. He goes, "Okay, the jury, you have been selected, handpicked, and now you have to."
Who is the judge, by the way? Does he like?
He's
Just a random skeleton.
He's just
Some
a random
skeleton.
skeleton. Yeah,
Yeah.
with a beard, and he looks grumpy.
I don't trust this guy.
Yeah.
Would you, what's it? Would you recuse yourself if you were biased, Mr. Judge?
Yes, I would.
Rabbit thing.
I did it. It's they go back and fuck more. I don't know. This is the thing.
Why are you asking a skeleton if it would fuck?
I don't know. It's the word they use. I don't remember. I've only watched like 2 cases. Fuck. It was really hard to get into that burrow. It was a big burrow, but it was hard to get into. Fuck.
Absolutely retarded.
Hey, I'm Judge Judd.
Judge Judd.
Judd.
Okay. All right. What? Thank you, Your Honor, for proceeding over this case.
Good pick on the lawyer.
Hey, at least we have to go against Lermo, which we now know has never
He's
won.
never won.
I am sweating.
There's a first time for everything.
I'll take my
It's
helmet off.
oh, you got this, Red.
One might say it's an even playing field.
And he goes, "Do we have opening words from the prosecutors?" And those were.
Are we the prosecution?
Yeah,
It has to be a prosecution,
Are we the
right?
prosecution?
Yeah.
Fair.
No, we're the defendants.
We're the defendants,
We're the
yeah.
defense. We're the defendants.
Wait.
How are we in
Laramie
defense?
was
defending-
employed to
We're defending our viewpoints?
get our.
What do we...
We're defending death should not be free.
Okay, we're defending death should
Yeah.
not be
So,
free, sure.
so this is civil.
Yeah. I think there hasn't been a crime committed.
this
right?
is,
You're not the lawyer.
no,
You're not the
this
lawyer.
is more of a parole here.
Something like that, yeah.
I'm not quite sure.
Or is this a mistrial? No, not a mistrial.
No, there's been no trial.
There's been no
Okay.
trial.
Yeah, we haven't
No
had a
trial.
trial yet.
Oh, and he just looks at his files.
Maybe
Goes,
we are the prosecutor. I don't know. I don't really know.
The judge should know.
The judge should know.
well, I mean, this just happened. It's not. I've been waiting for like 400 years for another.
Return to Lermo. Lermo, what
no.
side are you?
It's whoever calls first.
So
I look at Lermo and I'm like,
So we're the
What he
defense.
just,
Yeah,
what
we're
he
the
just,
We're the
what he
defense.
just, what he just told us is that there hasn't been a trial. He was unfairly imprisoned for 400 years.
No.
That's something we can work with.
No, but there was a trial. I think because why would he be in prison?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
That would not hold up in court.
Your Honor, there is quite a disagreement with the judicial processes of this court. How could my client be in prison if he himself has never been involved in a crime? And the judge goes, "Ooh, fair. Do you want to call any witnesses to said crimes and maybe debut what's going on? And Lermo goes, no.
Well, then that means there's no witnesses to any. There's no witnesses to any crime.
See, just like, are you saying that?
Sure.
Yeah, the jury would see you saying this.
Jaque
They have to make disadvantage.
Yeah, but you're
literally saying
They
see you. Wait, dude.
You're standing up and you're saying something.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they see you.
A roll disadvantage.
Right, it's you're
They're just
drawing
like,
attention to
The voices.
announce to the
The
court.
voices, the back.
Yeah, like you are drawing attention to yourself, so
But
you're
can't
not.
they see who I am?
Yes,
But I have a cloak.
but like they
It's
still.
covering my face.
I'm sure they would also recognize your voice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a voice.
There's plenty of southern people.
Here.
Jaque is going to slide Wren a note across the desk.
Stop fucking the rabbits.
No.
Now, Judge, if there was a record of this crime, like with all his crimes committed, like any type of crime, then this case would probably be thrown out. But there's not.
I would. Has there been a trial previously to imprison death in the first place? That needs to be entered into evidence.
And basically the judge goes.
We weren't alive 400 years ago to see said trial happen. There needs to be legal papers to prove it happening. Yes.
Talk to you, brother.
Wren has no idea what he's doing.
That argument goes towards our favor.
And Lermo goes, objection. They did not bring said trial up in the proceedings, so therefore cannot be used.
Objection again. There were no proceedings.
and the judge goes, order the court. I have to check. We'll take a recess. We'll reconvene in 5 minutes.
And I'm going down a slide.
Didn't even get to have opening statements.
Already recess is crazy.
Okay, 5-minute recess. Wren, what do you know about law?
Okay, fuck. We say that death bad, death kill more people, right? Something along those lines.
Yeah, our witness could be literally anyone who died.
True. That's true.
Can we call witnesses?
We know.
The witnesses are the jurors.
I can't call my parents, although I know they're dead, but we shouldn't call them.
Yeah, we can
Someone
really
I
just
have
call.
killed is on the jury, which is unfortunate.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, and Auric is on the jury too, and I really didn't mean to kill him.
someone I killed is also on the jury.
Oh no, we're just fucking murderers.
Okay, but also, Asher seemed to react to these people. I don't know who they are.
I don't know either. But, so,
Oh, do you think we should try and reveal him? I could maybe
we
get
need
the
to
goon
prove that
squad
death
on
shouldn't
him.
be let up. No, we're not. Listen. This
can
isn't an
discuss.
argument. They're arguing wrong. They're arguing wrong. We're not arguing death should stay in here indefinitely. It's just that we should change the Grim. He should stay in here until we get the Grimoire. Okay, we're
That's
not
true.
arguing.
That's a
good
solid. That's a solid argument.
I like
argument.
that. Fuck Pickle's argument. We can change this.
And it's all contingent if we're really fucked if there's no record of that original trial happening.
Right.
Do we
well,
have
I don't-
anything if
we can sidestep it. I don't think they have evidence of it happening or not happening.
oh, so they
Doesn't
can't
matter that
prove
he's
it
here.
or
It's that
disprove?
we just need to prove that he should stay while we go, and
Okay.
and then I don't know how the fuck we get out of here.
He did give the information of where the witches are. Each of the witches. I'm not sure. Whatever witches.
We have proof of adventuring materials.
Yes.
Meaning what?
Proof of direction.
We have a way to lessen death's impact when he gets out.
Who has the go back?
I do.
If we lose this case, we can just go back and do it again.
That's a great plan. That's a great
That's
plan.
true. We can.
They wouldn't know either.
We can try every situation.
I don't think time travel's in rabbit law.
It doesn't matter. We're writing the law ourselves.
Well, no,
We need to
well, no,
win this, so they can't let death go.
We'll know their arguments ahead of time, and then we go back.
Yes. I can't do that. That's morally compromising. I can't do that.
We're dealing with
We're
releasing
compromising-
death.
we're gonna
That's
release
the
death.
most morally compromising thing you could do.
Fuck. Okay, Hammond, what are the stars on that right now?
What?
What star combinations on the time back, the jump back right now? I don't know how long we've been in here because I've kind of lost track of time. But if I can set it back,
I think I look at it. I think it's from when
we went in.
We went to the inn.
Oh my gosh, when Asher went to the inn.
Yes, that's
Should
what
I
it's
keep
set
it
for.
the same?
That would be a lot of
That
time.
would be way too far back.
Too far back.
I need to set it forward ahead. When was the last time I saw the sky?
Do you remember what it looked like the night before we camped?
The last time we spent. No, I was
camp.
I was in the tent. But we were outside when we fought those bugs when they were trying to steal.
Yes.
I could go back to that.
That's quite
a note.
Yeah, go back to that and write us a note.
Let me think. Okay, you guys keep having a conversation. I'll think about what the sky looked like then.
I don't know how much more time we have, but I think we're almost out of time. I'm going to argue the case of keeping death here, not permanently,
Until we get the
of release,
Grimoire.
and we can get the Grimoire
Okay,
first.
that's a solid argument. Plan B, we fuck with the time stream until we win.
Jesus.
Oh my god, we're good. Reconvene. And I forgot we do have a foreman in here. His name's Jeff.
The shark.
And everybody Jeff just looks like a very gaunt
Terrified. A zombie guy.
He looks like the shrunken head guy from Beetlejuice.
Yeah.
And he goes, have both sides convened and talked about what they're going to do.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor, I would like to cast a level 1 spell.
What?
What level 1 spell?
I would like to cast Gust on the prosecuting team.
Why?
Okay.
Okay, you're gonna let me.
We're allowing the use of spells in the
I mean, Gust isn't like an attack spell. It's
It's for ambiance. It's for ambiance.
Wouldn't this qualify a mistrial?
I mean, if it was a formal attack, but are you like allergic to the wind?
I believe it is necessary.
Your Honor, I'd like to proceed with the hearing. I'd argue that
No, I don't think so.
that not that death shall stay here indefinitely.
Yeah.
I don't think that death needs to stay here indefinitely. But
So you don't think you should stay here?
well, I'd argue that this is not the case that we are actually arguing. We had agreed as a party that we would go seek out these witches that death gave us the location of,
Yes.
find the Grimoire, and then release him later. I'd argue that we're not even disagreeing with the prosecution that that we need to release him, but that we're delaying his release until we acquire the Grimoire itself.
So do you guys want to settle and say that he doesn't get released until you guys find the stuff that?
Therein lies the disagreement. I want to release him now.
And as she's talking, I'm going to cast Gust on him.
Okay.
Such an asshole move. Wouldn't this qualify a mistrial?
He said I could do it. What do you mean?
He did talk to the judge.
Judge said a level
Judge
1
said,
not.
Yeah, these are really lax judge guys.
So
yeah, I guess Gust on him.
what's Gust?
It just deals a wind of gust. It will like push them back. I think it was 5 feet. But the idea is to get his hood down. That's the whole idea.
Roll.
There's no way he can roll that normally. That's gotta be disadvantage.
You're rolling.
He cast a spell.
You're rolling. It's a dex.
Specifically to get my hood off
the
my
spells.
head.
It's
That's
that
so
direction.
I'm not facing him. That's the
That's
thing.
true.
Gust
Gust
goes
is
in any
any
direction.
it's
Gust
coming-
is any direction you choose. No.
Yeah.
No, I think it comes from your hands.
I'm not too sure to be honest. It doesn't say. It says you just create a small blast of air.
Yeah.
Yeah, you seize the air and compel it to create one of the following effects at a point you can see within range.
Yeah. So I can
At a point.
Yes,
You can choose the direction.
Yeah, I can choose the direction.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So roll a dex save.
And I can use heightened spell, so you have disadvantage on that.
Oh my god, you're mean.
So it's straight roll.
Yeah, he normally has
It's
advantage.
a straight roll. It's a straight roll. It's the first roll.
He rolled 4.
It was a disadvantage.
No,
yeah, but
you have advantage.
advantage on dex saving throws.
Yeah.
No.
Just stealth.
No, but as a rogue, it's self saving throws.
Is
You.
it-
I'm
Ranger.
not a rogue.
Oh, you are ranger.
Yeah.
What am I rolling?
So.
Disadvantage
Yeah, disadvantage.
on the dex save.
Okay,
Yeah.
disadvantage on a dex save.
Yes.
You're not a rogue.
Okay, do you want me to take what I got
Yeah.
Yeah, what did
just
you get?
now? I got a 9.
Okay, what's your spell save?
16.
Yeah, so your hood is going to come up and show your face.
Cool.
And the jury sees your face.
Great job. I guess.
Yeah, and he's like, okay, what's the... Is that your... So why do you think death should be free now?
Because we made an agreement as a party going into this. Before we had even set foot into this building, we agreed that we would go in and release death. We came in with a mission from a group of people who paid us to go do this. We would be not only going back on what we have already been half paid for, but we are coming to this disagreement at the end of the mission. This is not something we discussed going in. It's not something we discuss at all. They just blindsided me and Death and Lermo with this decision that they made on their own. It's not fair to It's not fair to Death, and he's done nothing wrong.
Is there evidence of this agreement?
Yes,
Uh,
I would like to call a witness.
okay, call the witness.
Finch.
Finch, and Finch comes to the stand.
Summoned back into the tower.
Yeah. Hey, now we got 7 people here, guys.
We're slowly able to be able to sprint out of here.
And Finch looks like he's like meditating and like calling to the wind, and like he like realizes the wind around him is weirder, and like opens his eyes, and he's like, "Whoa, what?"
Hey, Finch.
And he's like, Mr. Finch, you are on the stand for the release of death. And Finch is like,
Jump
"What-
scare.
wait,
Yeah,
what?
it was a jump scare.
What? Like, why are... Wait, huh?
He gets to examine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, Finch, I'm sorry to call you in the middle of what looked like an important moment. However, I need you to confirm something for me. I have one simple question.
Yeah.
When we, as the group of us, including you, were going into this very tower, did we not agree that we would release death?
I believe so. You guys agreed because we paid you the money, and then you guys asked for it up front. So that was a show of good faith on our part.
And therein lies my point.
You resting?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Counter examination. Mr. Finch,
Yes.
was there ever a written contract with signed names?
No, not that.
I don't believe there was either. Sorry. I was out of line. Sorry, Your Honor. Would you say that the party coming in here may have been given some sort of purview to solve the problem when they're outside hired expertise?
Purview? What?
Purview. Sorry. Your Honor, can I explain? Sorry.
Rabbit tripping
I'll
over.
be quick.
It's a rabbit
I'll-
word.
Do you think that as part of not signing a contract, that this group of adventurers here was given some sort of discretion to solve this problem in a way they see fit?
I mean, we told you, like, what was going to happen going in. We told you, like, basically what happened the last time. We told you that there's some type of things, and you guys agreed to, like, do it.
And I would argue. Sorry, another question. You weren't there for the preceding arguments. Fuck. Don't have this written down.
Objection.
Nobody objection hearsay so far. No Johnny Depp.
Hey, I'm not. Lermo's my lawyer.
I'm not the lawyer.
Yeah.
You can go.
Yeah, wait. You call hearsay. You're Lermo.
No, don't worry. Lermo's just.
In this non-contracted agreement, was there any agreement to time frame of release of death?
There was not. I don't think so.
The defense rests.
Lermo. Wait, Your Honor. I have a few new questions. Guys.
Recross-examine.
Hey, you don't know anything about goblin law.
Objection! You can't recross-examine the witness.
Goblin law.
There are no goblins.
Objection! This is a court of
There's a
death.
goblin right there.
I start tapping the note I vigorously sent to Wren.
Objection! To the objection, there are no other goblins. Therefore, no two goblins are in this court. Therefore, no goblin law shall proceed.
One of the jury members
Oh my god.
on the party is a goblin.
You fucking bastards.
Lermo Bickle, there is one other goblin in this courtroom. And I speak for all the goblins that this court shall be recognized in goblin law.
Oh.
So that means we're able to cross-examine again. Nobody asked for rules before, and that's goblin law, baby.
Don't worry, guys. We have an ace up our sleeve.
Now, Finch, is it true that verbal contracts are legal in the country of Carpathia?
I didn't go pay.
Objection! The deal was not made in Carpathia. We're still in Carpathia.
Yeah.
I thought we traded borders.
He's a fucking idiot.
Maybe it
This
is.
I
prosecutor...
do want to say that is a mistake that was made among all 5 of us players.
Because
we all thought we were in.
we all
Hey, hey, you don't know that.
It's a border crossing.
No, I talked to John about this. John goes, "Oh no, we are still in Carpathia." I'm like, I'm pretty sure all 5
All
of
of
us.
you told
Yeah,
us
I
that
thought we
bridge
had
was
crossed
over
the
the
border.
river.
The bridge was crossing a river. It was not a border.
Okay.
Okay.
That would have been.
It was a
This is a very zoomed in map.
No, I
You guys
agree.
crossed this river.
It's a
Okay,
border
okay,
between.
okay,
It's a
okay.
border between cities. It
Yeah.
doesn't mean a border between countries.
No, the understanding at the table was a border between countries.
Yeah.
For me, at least.
For me.
Yeah. I thought we all crossed into Garaka.
So-
I think I asked that specifically at one point.
So, Your Honor, if our prosecuting party can't even decide what place we're in,
Oh, geez.
Objection! That's not a question.
He's not asking the witness.
yeah,
It's during cross-examination. There needs to be a question towards the witness.
Lermo, we didn't. Lermo. Lermo.
Yeah.
Shelve it. Save it for later.
Okay.
Continue with the questions.
Okay. Question.
Judge has no say.
Yeah, Judge is literally just like, yeah, okay, let this
He's
shit go
not
on.
sustaining my objections.
If Finch, if you were to make this deal again, would it be the same deal, or would you change it depending on what you see now with the party?
Objection speculation?
That's a question.
No, that's a pretty valid
I
question.
don't know. Actually, leading? I don't know. I feel like it's leading. I feel like there's a leading question.
Objection. He doesn't know what objection he's trying to make.
Not sustained.
Okay. I
Alright.
So, and Finch goes, I probably would make the same deal. Like, I thought in good faith that these people would want a free death and fasten the war and make sure everybody is, like, safer in the long scheme of things. Yeah, that's all I have to say about that. And Laramel goes, settled.
Do I, can I ask a question about Goblin law? Do I get a recross examination or no?
Quadruple
do you want
cross.
to ask me a question about Goblin Law?
Well, since he invoked Goblin law, I don't know. I don't know the legality of that at all. Or if I get another cross examination.
Well, everybody knows the first rule of Goblin Law is that you don't get involved with Goblin Law.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck. The Fight Club of Law.
Do I get another cross examination?
You get another cross examination. That's
Keep it as many as you want.
I'm gonna take a little. I'm gonna do like a little huddle
Little
for the rest of the
sidebar.
team.
Fuck, do we ask you? Do we ask you anything else?
I don't think we need to ask.
Were we appointed by the Zolbot, or were you appointed?
We were appointed by the general.
The general.
Yeah, the Zolbot didn't say anything.
Fuck.
No, it was
Oh, because then he could say it was AI.
So we agreed there was a verbal contract,
So there was a verbal contract.
which is legal in Carpathia.
Which is legal in
That
Carthage.
seems made up.
Okay? So we have a contract.
We could.
And we
Verbal
were paid.
contracts are legal in the state of Pennsylvania. I'm not bullshitting. 14 people.
is just Pennsylvania.
It just has to be witnessed by a certain amount of people.
Oh, how many people were in that tent?
Like 10.
Like,
Yeah, there were. There was our
More
whole
than
party, and then there was the Three Stooges, and then fucking
Guys, we
there's
could.
a lot of guys.
We could use our secret plan.
Do we need to reconvene?
I don't think we need to.
No, I don't think not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah, okay.
I don't think the defense has any more questions for this witness.
Okay, you can go. And he smacks his gavel and Finch disappears.
Cool.
Okay. Do we have anybody to call to the stand? Fun death. Call fun death.
We could call your mother.
Call a liar.
I don't want to call my mom. I don't know her.
You guys are gonna call a liar to the stand.
He's under oath. He can't lie anymore.
Who have we known that has died wrongly?
Most of them are in the fucking jury.
No one that I can call. I don't want to.
I mean, this is Goblin law. Can we call a juror as a witness?
Could we call? Do we know any other goblins?
No. The defense would like to call Zarias to the stand.
Okay.
What is he cooking?
Not Atticus! Specifically Zarias.
Okay. You pick up, so he goes, okay, and he smacks his gavel. And Zarias comes through and he goes, wow! And he's like in his Atticus form. And he's like, what?
Like in the Atticus outfit?
In the Atticus outfit.
Sure. Hello, Mr. Zarias. Welcome to the court here. Currently we're having hearings about the release of death, the immediate release of death, or the delayed release of death from his prison.
Yep.
As someone from the general public, I would like to ask you a few questions about how you would feel with the immediate release of death. So, since
How I would feel with the release of death. I don't want to die.
It's a
That's a pretty good point.
I'm gonna pass Wren another note.
I'm gonna pass Laramel a note. We discussed with Death. This is something he doesn't know yet. We discussed with Death that the people who would die.
This is not you asking questions.
I'm-
Objection.
I-
No, we're having
If
this
you're
is
allowed
no.
to
This
pass-
is no
if you're allowed
talk.
to
Yeah,
pass a
yeah,
note,
yeah.
so if you're allowed to pass a
sure,
note,
notes.
I'm allowed to pass a note.
Sure.
We discussed that Death would not be killing any more people. It would be the people who are already gonna die to war.
But it would be quicker, and so it's more.
If Zarias was gonna die to war, he was gonna die to war either way. So it's not at the hands of Death. It's at the hands of war.
But
That's a note to Larry.
Just faster. That's my note to Lermo.
speeding it up. I mean, he's.
And Laramel goes like.
He doesn't. They still have their cross examination, so they can.
I'm still examining Mr. Laribo. Mr. Zarias, if there was a way to release death, in your opinion, as an expert person of the public, if there was a way to release death where less people die overall from said event, would you prefer that outcome to the first?
So less people overall.
Objection.
About this
That's
specific event.
objection. That's hearsay. He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that less people would die overall if we don't release death.
Can you plug it into
We have actually confirmed the opposite.
The other one.
Plugged into the one bullet.
The other one.
It would be.
Need to be top one.
Yeah, hearsay.
Yeah.
Sustain.
I believe it's hearsay.
It's something. It's just objection.
It's an
Well,
objection.
He's a professional of the general public.
But you're lying. But you're lying about the information. That's the hearsay.
No, as Death has said previously,
He never once said that less people would die if he was left in the tower. He said the same amount of people would die either way. That has been explicitly stated several times.
Your Honor, he's wrong. When Death talked about the Grimoire, he actually. Thank you for your time, Zarias. I know this is a fast change. Can I call Death to the stand?
Oh.
Sorry, we've a disagreement, it seems, with someone who
And
is
he goes, any cross-examination?
with Zarias.
That's a question to Laramie.
And Laramie goes, I mean, no. This man is a friend. He's a friend of mine. And wait, that's a conflict of interest. Wait. Objection! This witness should not be called. His testimony should be null and void because he is. We have a connection. I know this witness, so there is
Conflict of interest.
Conflict of interest.
Objection. That should just mean that you should not be the prosecution then.
No, because Goblin law.
There is a wait. It doesn't matter. They know.
Fuck, you know your
They
Goblin
know
law.
him personally too.
Yeah, we do also know him
So it's still a
personally.
conflict of
Yeah.
interest.
Well, we know him as a man of the people. There's a difference. He's a professional title of man of the people. He works in a circus and meets people every day.
Okay,
He's
I have
a
a question.
professional of the man of the people.
We
I have a question.
don't know him
Question.
as.
Now, Zarias, do you have any documentation that would show that you are an expert man of the people?
I mean, it says I say it at the beginning of every show, but I mean it doesn't say it on my show billboard or anything.
Now, how could anyone claim that you would be an expert of the people if you have no documentation that says otherwise?
Well, if he says it at the beginning of every show, is that not a verbal contract, which we have established is
Well,
legal in Carpathia?
Well, Judge, for one, that's not a contract. He's not contracting. A contract is between more than one individual. He's not making that contract with anybody but himself.
He's
For
making
one-
it with the audience.
For one, Judge, I'm a dragon, and I'll say it 6 times. Does that make me a dragon?
Holy fuck, that's a crazy. I mean,
If I say I'm a biologist several times to a group of people, does that make me a biologist?
I guess not.
Well, if you
I
say
rest my case.
I was hired for a job 6 times, does that mean I was? You could be lying.
I mean, if you
were lying at the stand, that's perjury. That's a crime committed by your witness.
What the fuck?
Yeah, you got
That's
us.
right.
Yeah, you got us.
Zarias,
Yeah, you got us.
you are dismissed, and he smacks his gavel, and Zarias is gone.
The defense would love to call defense to the stand or death to the stand.
Call defense to the stand. All three of us just teleported to the same spot in space, and it's just like an amorphous blob.
Oh, I know what that note meant now. Fuck off.
Hey, I'm just doing some calculations here.
No.
What? Damn it!
I'd like to call death to the stand.
Okay, I call death, and death like poofs and then shows back up on the stand, and he's on the stand.
Mr. Death, as it were.
Yes.
During our conversation with about what the Grimoire can accomplish, you seem to imply that we can change the outcome of the war, at least the deaths happening, by obtaining the Grimoire, and with the Five Witches' help, changing the Grimoire.
I guess if you do, like, you could possibly, but, like, you have to get the Grimoire first, and if you don't get the Grimoire, I'm here for, let's see, 1, 2, 3, amount of years if you don't get it. And who's to say that you're like, what if I was unfairly put in here?
We're not.
You can't ask me questions, Mr. Death.
Whoa.
So you say that with the Grimoire, granted we have the Grimoire, we could lower the amount of deaths that this war toll will take.
Objection. Hearsay.
This is the expert witness who tells us how this works. I don't think that applies.
He is saying this is what it does. Yes, that's not. We were never given that information. We were never said that that's what it could do.
He told us that in that conversation. Yes.
That's not explicitly what he said it could do.
Yeah,
That is
Yes,
that is
that's
explicitly
exactly
what
what
he
he
said
told us. It could do.
Overruled then.
Overruled. Yeah.
So, would you think that our previous... sorry, this is not a question for you. So you confirm, yes, that this could reduce the amount of deaths that this war would take after we release you, granted we change the Grimoire.
I mean, I suppose. I mean, if you change the Grimoire, who's to say that you don't add more death from, like, what you erased? Maybe somebody goes on to kill another person and that starts another war?
Could certainly be the case. For... You've... I have questions prepared. I'm not a lawyer.
I think that's kind of outside the scope of this case, is it not? We're not arguing about future deaths to a different war.
We're talking about this war in particular.
And freeing death in particular.
Mr. Death,
Yes.
with the information you've given us about where to find the Five Witches, as broad as they are, do you think that it would be within the capabilities of this party you see before you to obtain said Grimoire and rewrite part of the Grimoire to have less deaths in the war?
You could also maybe do less death. Who's also to say, like, you don't write yourself as king of, like, Carpathia? I would say, like, that's also something that you could do, which may be bad or evil. Which is
So we're just talking hypotheticals in this court now?
Not within the scope of the question. None of a ruling myself. I think with the questions asked and the answers had, the defense rests.
Okay, we would like to cross-examine the reference, and he goes, Mr. Death, and Death goes, yes, and Lermo goes, are there any evidence to previous crimes of yours? And he goes, I mean, we all committed crimes. Like, this party, I had a Thrykin here the other day, charred through ever, and I think if morals go, and, like, I had a couple...
Objection. Goblin law stand your ground rule.
Wow, that's a deep cut. Probably true.
I mean, we could probably call that Thrykin here, and he probably has something to say about it. But, I mean, I wouldn't want to throw this party through any more distress, because I've been nothing but compliant this entire time. I'm just like, okay, let me free, and then they were like, no.
Not at no time did we say we were gonna let you through. We said it could be possible that we could let you free. We never said we would.
I mean, like...
Not all 5 of us agreed on letting you free.
Yeah, but weren't you one that agreed?
I was, and
objection.
in fact,
Not
you were the one who changed
objection,
my mind.
not his turn.
No, it like
It's still Lermo's turn. It's his examination.
He's,
Why are
but
they
he's,
asking questions?
he's talking
That's
directly
fair.
to the defendant.
I did-
No,
I-
you started
I
talking.
did
I
speak on
think you're
Lerma's
out of
turn.
line.
Okay.
I did speak on
Yeah.
Lerma's turn.
Objection out of line.
But Goblin
But
Ball
also, I argue that death shouldn't be. I argue that death shouldn't be asking questions to the defense during an cross-examination from Larimer Bibble.
But Your Honor, they're speaking out of turn. I'm just speaking broadly. I'm speaking about the morals of our party, and the judge is like, "Yep, overruled." And Larimer goes, "Now, if this party was like good, would you think that they would want less death or more death?" And Death goes, "I think they would want, from my understanding of what they told me, they would want an equal amount of death over the same amount of time." And I told them that I could do that. And
Objection, hearsay. You're talking about something that we said that may or may not have happened. In this case, didn't happen. Larimer was asking questions to Death about what we said as a party. That's hearsay, I think.
That's not. He's a witness and he's answering questions.
But he's answering questions about things we said.
That's hearsay.
So you got.
That's hearsay. That is the definition of hearsay, I think.
Yeah.
Well, I'm hearing you say it, and I don't like it.
Welcome.
Fair enough. Objection, I don't fuck with that shit.
Objection. He's not even chill like that.
This is not fun.
Sustain. And Larimer goes, "I rest my case." And basically Larimer goes to you and is like, "We got him. Don't worry."
I think we could push the closing argument.
Ren, are we losing this argument?
No, I feel like we can push the closing.
I think we're cooking. I think we're
I honestly think we're fine.
Can I make an insight check on the jury? How they feeling?
Make an
I
insight
honestly
check.
think we're fine.
I don't think we're gonna win.
Can I also make an insight check?
I don't think so.
If you want to make an insight check about the jury and determine what you want to do, you can do that at any time. You can whether see if they're eating it up
the
or
jury.
Say 18 on the jury.
18. You would think it's about 6 to 4 in your favor.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
I trust that roll.
I trust an
Bard knows.
18. I'll
Bard
trust an
knows.
18. I only killed one guy up there. I can read the rest.
I only killed one guy too. Yeah. Those were probably the 4 up there, just the ones we murdered, if we're being honest.
Your Honor, I think the defense wishes to move to closing arguments.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we have any more witnesses to call to the stand. The defense rests our case, I think is what we're supposed to say. I don't remember. I kind of fell asleep at the end of the bunny court, so I don't remember how to end this.
Okay. So Lermo goes, we also agree to take this to closing arguments under one thing. We would like to meet with counsels really quick. And Lermo motions to you.
For like a quick recess or whatever?
Yeah, quick
For,
recess.
Sure, yeah, right, that's
5-minute recess with counsels.
Understood.
And that's between Lermo
Yeah.
and you.
Let's
Oh,
get out of
us
here.
two
It's
now.
only
talking.
you.
Yeah, just the council.
Okay.
Have fun.
Oh, now you guys keep playing it. We're
Hey kid, now, what if we set? Because then it's a win-win on both.
Well, I'm not close to settling. I just, what would our settle be? Like, what do you think?
Like, you guys have to consider freeing Death in 1 month's time. And if you don't, then it's like a breach of contract and then we're back in court.
We're back in court. That could be reasonable, but
Because I think if the jury's going, then it's going to be
I'd argue 2 months just off of the fact that we don't really know where the witches are other than very vague, and I worry about how quickly we can find the witches.
What if I have Death agree to write a map? And
Draw
make
a map in 1 month?
Draw a map in 1 month.
1.5 and you've got a deal.
1.5? Okay, deal. Win.
To win from us.
Okay, we enter back into Goblin Corps. Welcome to Judge Judd. and then Foreman Jeff.
He has not been confident to hold anyone in contempt of court.
I meant to say this earlier. Don't you mean bailiff?
It's
No. Bailiff and Foreman are two.
Not in Goblin law.
Are you talking about
I
the
thought they're-
officer who's standing in front of the judge to keep order?
Are they
That's the
interchangeable?
bailiff.
That's the bailiff.
That is the
Oh,
beginning.
never
That would be the
mind.
bailiff.
Trish is right.
Sorry, I'm not a lawyer.
Retcon.
I just watch a lot of
It's bailiff.
I just watch a lot of paternity court. It's okay.
It's so good.
it's so funny. This is boring.
Larammo raises his hand and goes, the parties have agreed to settle. And
I didn't agree on shit.
the council agreed.
The councils have agreed to settle.
And Death will draw a well-detailed map to the known locations of the witches. In exactly 1.5 months' time, the party must come back here and reconvene to save Death.
Will Death
What
be giving
happens
us
when
any
we step?
assistance on our journey besides the map?
Perchance.
And what happens if we don't?
Yes,
if you
that's my
don't,
question.
we will end up in Goblin Court again.
Dude,
To
I
discuss
I just thought it was such a good argument too right now. It's so
Unlucky.
Welcome to arbitration.
You're your ex-lawyer. On the next month and a half, he's studying the law.
Studying Goblin law.
And Larammo and Wren get their respective second and first victories in court.
Let's go.
My argument
that's
would
a
have
good
been
deal.
I should actually draft a copy of what Goblin law is.
Oh, no, you definitely
Yeah,
should.
you definitely should
That's-
now.
Long as fuck, but go for it.
But the judge goes, okay, in 1.5 months' time, the party must return here in order to free Death. Other than that, everybody's free to go, and you just see like the jury just like deftly look at every participant.
Yeah, don't fuck with that.
And,
I am chilling, I think.
I don't think there's anybody you give.
and now you guys find yourselves outside of Death's building with 1.5 months to come back and free him. And that's been another tale from the Grimoire.